Today I have chosen some important topic from quantum mechanics, and from black body radiation there are some important topic regarding the laws, basically Planck's law of radiation, Wien's displacement law, Rayleigh jeans. So in this video we will derive Wien's displacement law from the Planck's law of radiation. First I need to say that Planck's law is the only law that represents the full length of the curve for energy density for black body radiation, but Wien's displacement law represents part of that, and Rayleigh-Jeans law represents for the higher lambda. So let's not get into that. First we will derive Wien's displacement law from Planck's law. At first we need to learn what is basically the Wien's displacement law is. So this is it. Wien's displacement law actually states that the wavelength that is lambda m at which the radiated power is maximum. That's why m is there at the suffix. Okay, basically this is not the maximum wavelength. The wavelength at which radiated power, basically the intensity, or you can say energy density also, can reach the maximum, this wavelength is called lambda m. Here lambda m inversely proportional to the temperature. You can see the graph here. There are three graphs. One graph is for temperature 700, one is for 600 Kelvin, and one is for 500 Kelvin. Okay, so let's get into that. Here for temperature 500 Kelvin, the lambda m is near about 0.6 here. Okay, now for the 600 Kelvin temperature, the lambda m is shifted. That means lambda is shifted towards the origin, towards the intensity graph, towards the 0. So basically whenever T is high, if we are increasing temperature, for that temperature the energy density curve reaches the maximum for the lower lambda m. Okay, this is it. This is the basically main displacement law. As the lambda is displaced towards the shorter wavelength, that's why this law is called Wien's displacement law. And from this equation we can write down this also, lambda mt equals to constant. Okay, now this is it. So Planck's law of radiation basically describes the spectral density. This is Planck's radiation law. Let me tell you, this total curve basically tells us the representation, the nature of the curve in the black body radiation. Okay, so this is it. The Planck's law describes the spectral density of the electromagnetic radiation, that U lambda, D lambda, basically the energy density, or you can say the intensity of the radiation also, emitted by a black body. This is for black body radiation, that's why black body, in thermal equilibrium. Thermal equilibrium means whenever T is fixed. Basically, for one temperature, one curve is there. For 700 Kelvin, one curve is there, and for 600 Kelvin, one curve is there, and for 500 Kelvin, again one curve is there. So basically, for each curve, temperature is constant, we can say, right? So that's why thermal equilibrium is stated here, and at a given temperature, I told you, when there is no net flow of matter of energy between the body and its environment, basically there is no out or in of the flow of energy. Okay, this is Planck's law. We need only this equation to prove Wien's displacement law, and we will go further to the Wien's displacement law, basically which is lambda mt equals to constant, and we will prove this from this equation. Okay, so let's start. So we will derive Wien's displacement law from Planck's law. Okay, so first we need to write down this one, and from this we will go by applying the conditions of Wien's displacement law. We will proceed towards the equation of Wien's displacement law. So first, what is it? Basically this is U lambda D lambda. What is U lambda D lambda? Basically this is the energy density. This is energy density in the range lambda and lambda plus d lambda. This is the energy density. Okay, so now we will proceed. See, for Wien's displacement law, because lambda m is included, that means here I told you what the graph was like that, right? So here it reaches, the u lambda reaches the maximum here. So for the maximum value of u lambda, what is the derivative of u lambda with respect to lambda then? So to get the maximum value, whenever we need to find out the maximum, always we need to write down the derivation of this variable is 0. So for getting the maximum value, for getting the maximum condition, or for the maximum condition, you can write down del du lambda divided by d lambda equals to 0. That we have to put. Okay. So here first we have to derivative u lambda, which is directly from Planck's law. This is the u lambda, d lambda, and then we will put the derivative equals to 0. So dd lambda of this part 8 pi hc divided by lambda to the power 5 into 1 divided by, so we can write down lambda to the power minus 5 here also, by what, e to the power hc by lambda kt minus 1 we can write down, right, equals to 0. So here this is the condition for getting the maximum value of energy density, and from that we will find out the Wien's displacement law. So let's do the derivative first. Here u by v format is there. Whenever u by v form is there now, so what should we do? dd lambda, suppose dd lambda of u by v is there. So what is the formula of u by v format of derivative? V square will be there at the denominator, and then v fixed, and du d lambda, and then minus u fixed dv d lambda. So we will do exactly the same formula here also. So let me get out this constant outside the factor, that is 8 pi hc will be there, and then derivative of this term, right, this fraction. So that will be e to the power hc by lambda kt minus 1 and whole square. And what is v here? V is here, so v will be fixed. Hc by e to the power hc by lambda kt minus 1 will be fixed, and it lambda to the power minus 5, derivative will be minus 5 into lambda to the power will be at the front, and power will be minus 5 minus 1, that means minus 6, and minus sign is there. After that u will be fixed. What is u here? Here lambda to the power minus 5 is fixed, and we need to take derivative of the v. What is v here? E to the power hc by lambda kt minus 1. Now if you are taking the derivative of this one, minus 1 will give us 0, and exponential term, the derivative of exponential term always gives us the same exponential term and the derivative of the power. Okay, so e to the power hc by lambda kt only will be there, and after that what is there with lambda? hc by kt, and another term will be there. What is it? 1 by lambda is there. So the derivative of 1 by lambda is minus 1 by lambda square divided by this equal to 0, right? So now, or this will go as 0, so we can write down minus 5 lambda to the power minus 6, and this term will be divided by this one. So e to the power hc by lambda kt minus 1 to the power minus 1 minus, basically we are putting up at the numerator this denominator part. So now lambda to the power minus 5 into e to the power hc by lambda kt minus 1 to the power minus 2, and e to the power hc by lambda kt minus square. So we can write down, see, lambda to the power minus 2 is there. So we can write down lambda to the power minus 6, and another lambda we will put at the denominator of the hc by kt. So hc by lambda kt. And again, here one lambda is there, and for another lambda we put lambda to the power minus 6 with the lambda to the power minus 5. Now e to the power hc by lambda kt is again there, equal to 0 we can write down, right? Now lambda to the power minus 6 will be cancelled out, and e to the power hc by lambda kt minus 1 to the power minus 1 also will be cancelled out. So what we can write down? Basically minus 5, this will be cancelled out, so minus
See, there minus 1 minus is there and 1 minus is, so it will be plus lambda to the power minus 6 has gone, and e to the power hc by lambda kt minus 1 to the power minus 1 has gone. So 1 minus 1 will be there, lambda kt minus 1 to the power minus 1, and hc by lambda kt and e to the power hc by lambda kt is there equal to 0. So now we can write down minus 5 will be at the right hand side, we can take it out. So now we can write down like this, e to the power hc by lambda kt for this term only, lambda kt into hc by lambda kt divided by minus 1 is there, so we can write down this part at the denominator, e to the power hc by lambda kt minus 1 equals to 5. If we are putting this value as a constant, as a variable we can say, so put hc by lambda kt equals to x. So then we can write down from this part x into e to the power x divided by e to the power x minus 1 equals to 5. Now there is an important part which for which the calculation is not included in this derivation, but you have to mention that this is an transcendental equation, and if you solve this equation then you will get this value x equals to 4.965 something. So this is exactly equals to 5, you can write down. So whenever you can write down x equals to 5, then if you are putting this value at the hc by lambda kt equals to 5 something, then you will get the value of lambda t equals to, we can say hc, sorry, you can write down 4.965 also, that is also okay. So lambda t equals to hc divided by 4.965 into k, right? We can write it down. If lambda t equals to hc divided by 4.965 into k, and those all are constant, here h is constant, c is constant, k is constant. If you are putting the values of h, c and k, then you will get the value 0.2896 in centimeter Kelvin. This is the unit of lambda t. And if you are converting this into SI unit, that is 2.896 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter into Kelvin. This is basically the constant which is B, and this is called Wien's constant. Okay, so it can be calculated like this. Wien's constant is called B. So we can write down lambda mt equals to B. Why lambda mb? Because this lambda, I told you already that this lambda is corresponding to the maximum energy density. Here I am saying again, here the curve is like that, and we are considering for this part, and u lambda is there and lambda is there, and for this part, for this lambda, the energy density is maximum. That's why we are putting m at the suffix for the lambda. So lambda mt is, the product of lambda mt is fixed, that is exactly equal to this constant. Now what does it represent? We can say if t is increasing, I told you that if t is, suppose this is for t1, this is for t2 and this is for t3. Okay. Now we can say T1 less than T2 less than T3. Okay. So when we are increasing the temperature, so we are shifting, basically we are increasing the, sorry, this should be like that only. Yes. This curve is wrong, I have drawn. For T1 is very less from T3 and T2, and the wavelength is here only, and for T2 the wavelength is here only, and for T3 the wavelength is here only. So that's why lambda m is shifting with respect to the increasing of T. So that's why the product, whenever T is increasing, lambda m is decreasing. That's why the product is fixed, and this is exactly the Wien's displacement law. Okay. Now in this video we have discussed, basically we have derived the Wien's displacement law from Planck's law of radiation. Thank you. In the next video we will discuss Wien's law and Rayleigh-Jean's law, not Wien's displacement law, Wien's law and Rayleigh-Jean's law from Planck's law of blackbody radiation. Okay. Thank you.